So, Jason, if you're out there and someone comes to you, do you suggest that people go for a trial and you work out, what their basic level of ability is, and then they get slotted into one of your teams? How does it sort of pan out?
It very much depends on the club, the organisation. At Hearts, because we've got 4 teams, 1 in each of the British Baseball Federation leagues, we have a lot of flexibility as far as player ability. So our National League players are going to be experienced baseball players, perhaps people who grew up playing the game in Asia and America and South America and Europe. Whereas at our single A level, those could be people who, put on a baseball glove for the first time yesterday. And that's great. The enthusiasm that those players bring, every week is what makes it special. So right now, we were supposed to start spring training today, but our facility got snowed under, so that didn't happen. So we're starting next Sunday, but it'll be great. We'll, for our 4 teams, we'll probably have a turnout of about between 30 and 40 guys from our club who come out. A lot of those will be new players, and we'll get to teach them the fundamentals of the game and really put them through their paces. And then after a couple months of that, we can make a decision, what team they'll play for when the season begins.
Where do you see baseball in 5 or 10 years in this country? What would be your vision for it?
Well, we're hoping that we can gradually kind of catch up with some of the leading nations in Europe, such as Holland, Italy, Germany particularly. A member of the Federation recently pointed out that just 6 or 7 years ago, Germany were behind us as a baseball nation. And they are now attracting something like 600, 700 fans per game. Mm-hmm. Incredible growth. I think in the summer there was a game in Germany which sold out. 14,000 fans went to a game in Germany. So the potential is there, and hopefully we can achieve what the Germans have done over the last 5 years. We can look to achieve that over the next 5.
You mentioned that a lot of these countries get government money, and you guys don't. And you were very great. You didn't grumble about that at all. You just said it was a fact of life. Money is tight in everything at the moment. How do you how would you make the case for saying that baseball deserves some funding? Because as you say, it is trying to get people to play. It's very much you seem to care a lot about getting the people in and making sure that they can stay doing it. Fitted into the different leagues and so on.
I think
there is a case to be made.
I think it's definitely with the youth development, without a doubt. We're offering something, an outlet which these kids wouldn't normally have. In areas where they might turn to other things. Which they
take your pick.
Yeah, exactly. So, just based on that, what we can offer them, it's worth the government funding, because whatever they fund is going to be offset with what it might have cost them had they maybe taken a different direction, in life. And really, it's a family sport, and by offering them the place to come down on a weekday, on the weekends, and play, and that's at the level, at the youth level, we can offer so much that it's worth the government, putting some money in backing us.
So when do you play? How much of a time commitment is there for these people? When do you train? When do you actually play the matches? Because people might be interested in taking it up this summer.
Yeah, well, we normally, I can talk from the point of view of the Essex Hours. We normally practice 1 or 2 days a week on a Wednesday or a Thursday. The youth teams play or practice on a Saturday. And on a Sunday, the senior teams play. We also go into the schools as well. Sometimes during the summer, we will go, and it'll be midweek normally that we obviously go into the schools. And this year we're trying to do going to the schools, maybe after school club, something like that, and then culminating with a Saturday club, a Saturday baseball club. So, and I'm not sure about...
What about in Hertfordshire and North West London?
Yeah, it's the exact same time schedule. And, not to get off topic, but that question of where we want this sport to be in 4 or 5 years, the only way it's going to grow is if, as David's saying, is if it's played in the schools. We need some form of baseball and softball, the sister sport, to be played in the schools. And once kids are doing that, they're going to enjoy it. We're going to build a fan base, and then the money will start coming to to follow up.
We've had, which just to say, we have had money, government funding from Awards for All, which is now the big lottery grant, and Sport England. We've had funding come in over the years for the club, and we're developing the field, and we've got some really exciting announcements coming over the next few months with field development. So, I mean, I think what Ashley was saying is that the national team's not funded. And we have very little funding locally, but we still do apply for it, and we do get that support. We just need to increase it and to hopefully get it at the national level as well.
And players who are interested to get involved, they can go to BritishBaseball.org.
You read my mind. That was the next thing. BritishBaseball.org.
BritishBaseball.org, and they can see about the leagues, and there's a team finder, so they can find a team nearby that they can join up and play with.
Will you try and use the American influence to help your cause over here? Sometimes you see, sometimes you see NFL matches that come and played here, basketball matches. They've played ice hockey as well, haven't they, at the O2? Will you try and use all of that excitement that they've got in America at the moment, all of that exposure, all of the big star names? You mentioned that there's expats here that play it who were born in other countries and that still want to play the sport in this country. Do you try and use that at all, or perhaps something you might try and do?
Well, the British Baseball Federation and Baseball Softball UK have very strong connections and a good relationship with Major League Baseball in America. And as you said, sports like the American football or the National Baseball Association, they are trying to expand, and the Great Britain is the ideal market for them to try and tap onto. And I think that yes, the time has come for MLB, which is Major League Baseball, to try and be a little bit more active in the British market. And there has already been discussion at Major League Baseball level to do this, and London is one of the cities that is being discussed.
Just very quickly, in the late 80s, we had the national finals used to be held at the Oval, the baseball finals, and Ernie Banks, who's a very famous baseball player, came over and did a home run derby with Graham Gooch, and also Ian Botham did one the year before. It attracted a good few thousand people, and it's definitely a way to move forward by attracting some of the players and teams over to this country. Definitely.
Great stuff, gentlemen. We're going to have to bring it to a close. We do appreciate you coming in on this most unpleasant of weekends to talk to us here on BBC London 94.9. Aspie Dimitrov, the Southern Senior League Commissioner from the British Baseball Federation, David Sher, the General Manager of the Essex Arrows Baseball Club, and Jason Greenberg, the Manager of the Hearts Falcons. BritishBaseball.org.
BritishBaseball.org.
That's the website to remember, gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed for your time. And we, as I said, we do appreciate you coming on this